testing the
This
technology.
is how it is. If you want to learn digital marketing, you got to learn to pray.
Yeah, he is. Hey, superstar.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, is it Arthur?
Making money over there while everybody is in the house.
Hey, that's what we're trying to do now. Hey, now how you doing?
Look, I say, hey, you better keep up with them ABCs. Always be collecting or connecting.
Always be good.
Ooh,
Oh,
like
good
that.
for
I
you.
like that. That's good. ABCs. I might have to
Hey,
use
Arthur,
that.
welcome.
Hey now.
Hey guys, welcome. Today is a special broadcast. It is my birthday, and these are some of my best digital marketing.
Sunny bunny.
Thank you.
Birthday.
Angela,
Yeah.
to me. So and like a present to myself, these are all my closest digital marketer peeps, and I wanted them all to come on at the same time. And I call it a roundup because it's so hard to catch any one of us at any one time. I thought, let's just get us all on the same call at the same time and see if we can't catch up with each other, talk about digital marketing, and see what's going on in everybody's business. So I am streaming this over to YouTube, I believe. I'm trying to. I think it went through onto Online Sales Funnel Academy. I can drop a link down below, but yeah, who we got? We got Angela, we got Arthur. Angela, why don't you start? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Well, hi guys. I am Angela Cooper from
The
shameless plug, AngelaCooper.com and BPOmastery.com. I'm a real estate broker here in the digital marketing field. Actually, that's my little niche. And I run a group over on Facebook called Broker Price Opinions, where I teach new real estate agents and seasonal real estate agents how to do what we call broker price opinions. Also on Angela Cooper Speaks, I do a little coaching, business coaching, life coaching, and I teach people how to bring their ideas, their passions into reality and profits.
Yep.
That's me.
That's all you do? I'm just kidding.
That's all I do. And just FYI, I talk to Sunni Bunny every day because she's my accountability coach and business partner. How about that?
Yes. But same for Arthur. Arthur is also an accountability coach of mine, and likewise. Arthur, tell everybody how awesome you are.
How do I follow up Miss Angela?
Okay.
Oh, hey, listen, I'm Arthur Lyle, and I'm a coach as well. Since we're doing shameless plugs.
Yeah, absolutely. Same way.
Okay, so I run Barbershop Secrets, where I teach barbers and stylists how to go from behind the chair to owning the chair. And I'm basically been in business for 11, 12 years now. And I started from scratch, and I'm building a $1 million company from the ground up. And I coach barbers and entrepreneurs, just getting their dream out of their head on paper and in action. So that's kind of what I do. And right now, I just closed a couple of people today, actually. I'm helping people write their books as well. So
we heard about that.
My coaching. Yeah.
So, congratulations.
So that's what I do. And I've been doing all of this through digital marketing and connecting with, these like-minded people right here on this call are so amazing. And you guys are, you guys just amazing. That's cool.
Oh, thanks. Well, and I think it's important to know, for the longest time when I first started digital marketing, I felt alone. I felt like I was the only person in the world trying to figure all this stuff out. And it wasn't until I went to an event and spent some money, got out of my comfort zone, went to an event, and didn't realize it at the time, I met Angela, and we were in the same community. And that didn't come into play until a few months later when we realized we were a part of the same community and had met each other. And actually, Ross is going to be coming on the stream also. Ross was at the same event with Angela and I, and it wasn't until this year that Ross had pulled up a photo, and he said, well, I have a photo of me doing a selfie, and we pulled it up, and I was in the background. I was standing right there, but we didn't know each other at the time.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that,
and
right?
Then the crazy part was I met Arthur, right? Arthur, you want to say how we met?
We met at Steve Larson's first mastermind.
Yeah, Offermind.
And we got to partner with each other and do a particular project is how we originally met. And we both were just, actually, no, we met that night, evening after the class, we were kind of
sitting
talking.
behind me.
Huh?
I remember you sitting behind me with Kat.
That's right. And then that evening, we at the hotel, we was all masterminding and just kind of just talking about the event, and we all was just sharing stories, and man, we just connected that day.
Yeah, we sure did. Boy, and it was like, and the funniest part about that event, I have to tell this story, Arthur, because it was so crazy. I feel like it was so crazy, is like so you live, where do you live? Tell me where you live.
Omaha, Nebraska.
You live in Nebraska. I live in Seattle. Okay, so we had flown to Boise, and at the end of the 2-day event, I'd said goodbye to Arthur, and I was like, oh, I have a new friend. And I went to the airport, and I was sitting there, and I looked up, and Arthur was sitting right across from me, which didn't make any sense because I was going to Seattle, and he was going, going that way. And I said, hey man, where are you going? And you said, said Seattle.
Seattle.
Why are you going to Seattle?
Man, they did me some old loop around mess and send me to Seattle to go back to Chicago, then Omaha.
So through a really weird series of events, Arthur and I said, well, let's keep networking. So we got together, we sat by each other on the plane all the way back to Seattle, and then another like 2 or 3 hours once we hit the terminal, because we knew we weren't going to get a chance to see each other for a really long time just because of lives and circumstance. So after the plane landed, we went to another place and we sat down and we continued masterminding for another couple hours. So, but it was powerful, right? Like I learned a lot from you. I know you had
I learned a ton from you.
Yeah, which was awesome. So it was cool. So getting around like-minded individuals for sure. That's like just my point is like, if you think you're alone, you're not. There's other people out there just like us who are, my origin story, as you guys know, and I talk about a lot on this channel, was, I didn't start in digital marketing. And I think most people don't. I think they end up there through a series of events, unless you know about digital marketing first, but most people end up there as by way of something else. So I had owned a medical billing company in 2013. Stay with us, girl. So I had owned a medical billing company in 2013, and it went under. And when it went under, I didn't really have any real skills on how to, use the internet to, meet people or network. Or I was good at face-to-face, but I didn't know how to network online, and I didn't have any other real skills that, if you fast forward to today, right now, with the COVID, it's a completely different story, right? Yep. And I'm sure each one of you have some sort of testimony like that. What, Arthur, what first got you in? Why don't you go first? What got you into digital?
Well, so what got me into digital, I've been kind of dabbling in it for some time, and I got tired of dabbling, but I share that origin story. So I opened up my barbershop 11 years ago, and in the process of me opening up my barbershop, I just was really good at cutting hair, but I had no real business sense. I didn't know anything about business for that most part. I never don't have any education as far as other than high school. I went to college for a semester and barely made that. But then from there, all I had was just cutting hair. And I got really good at it because I enjoyed doing it. I just enjoy helping people. And I was face to face, like you say. And just for those years, I got really good at it. And then I built a brand for myself, I built an awareness for myself. And I kind of became an expert in my industry, in my area, but I thought it was time to step out. So when I did, I stepped out, but I found out I gained a whole lot of new jobs, okay? I became a marketer, I became a cleaning person, I became an accountant, and all those things I had no idea how to do. And then I still had no customers. So other than the ones that I originally had, but I had 2 overheads. I had my home overhead and I had the business overhead. And I needed to figure out how can I do that. So I started dabbling in marketing, and most of my marketing was one-to-one, but then I finally just adapted to social media, which at that time was just Facebook. And I started posting my haircuts on Facebook and making connections that way. And that's how I was able to grand scheme and attract my business and make it attractive online. And had it working for me when I wasn't working, physically. And that's what got me into digital marketing.
Nice. Angela?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Little do you know, Arthur, that my first business was a hair salon. How about that?
No way.
Yeah.
Hair for You back in 1992.
Wow.
Yeah, I've owned 9 hair salons to be exact.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was just, oh my God, so sick and tired of being sick and tired of doing hair. Okay.
Yeah, I bet.
So I started building hair salons at my house so I wouldn't have to leave the house. I wanted to be at home just that bad, right? But as far as digital, I started back in 2004. I wanted to work from home. I wanted to wake up like I would see the people on YouTube say, and hit refresh and see the money in the bank, right? So, you know, at the time I bought into someone else's dream it wasn't even my own dream. I, you know, called a guy one day to come pour some concrete on my driveway. Actually, he was driving down the street and I flagged him down and said, hey, can you put some concrete on this driveway? And he was like, you know, started talking and figured out that we were both business-minded people. So I actually bought into his dream and opened what is a power wash company and went on to, I had quit my job. It's a long backstory. I won't go through all that, but I actually worked for the government for 20 years and I just up one day and walked away from that, you know? And so when I met this guy, he was like, you know, well, why don't we do some stuff together? And I was like, okay. So I bought into his dream, started a power wash company, went back to my government job. They became my first client, made over $250,000 this first year. And then all of a sudden I woke up one day and, you know, remember how we used to be excited to see you've got mail, right?
Yeah.
Remember that? Okay, so I got this email that said, we no longer need your services, right? And so instantly, within the next 30 days, I lost a $178,000 contract, right? So at that point, I was like, you know what, I really got to get this work from home stuff, you know, down pat. I really got to figure out how to wake up, hit refresh, and see money in the bank. So I started seeking out all of these different gurus online, and I simply fell in love with, you know, working online and digital marketing. And so then I ran across this young lady, Nicole S. Cooper, who had I think it was like a $298 mastermind class one night. And I literally sit up and counted the people. It was like 500 people coming to the class, right? Yep. And when we all got on the class, it crashed. So she lost over 250 participants. But when she came back, okay, I think it was like 67 people bought the course, so to speak. And imagine 67 people, multiply that by $297. You can only imagine how much. It was somewhere around $16,000. And I was like, hold up. If this kid can make 16 grand in one night, that's exactly what I want to do. So I concentrated my focus. I went through her class. It was super amazing. The most I ever learned in digital marketing. And then I ran across a Vince Reed, who really excited me and gave me so much free stuff. It was just ridiculous. So I really got passionate about digital marketing, but I had to find my niche. And it was Vince Reed that introduced me to Sunni.
We were in the same.
We was at his class out in California. And then, so that really got me to, I started paying for, I literally called this guy and said, hey, dude, listen, your stuff is so good. I want to know what can I buy from you, you know, to contribute to all this free stuff you're giving away? And he told me to join his mastermind for, I think it was like $29 a month or something like that. And so I did that, and digital marketing just, it has been history ever since. I have just learned so much about digital marketing, ads, lead generation, and chopping it up with Miss Sunni here every day. Until it's just absolutely phenomenal. I love digital marketing, and literally the niche I was running away from, because I'm a real estate broker. I've been a real estate broker for 19 years now. And I've kind of been running away from that because, you know, that's not really how I want to make my money. I really want to make my money online, right? And so Vince, $1 million coach, multi-million-dollar coach, said, you need to focus on online real estate, right? And so hence I came up with this course, BPO Mastery, Broker Price Opinion.
BPO Mastery.
Yeah, I've been teaching that, and
I know so much about broker.
I like hitting my, refresh button every morning to see, who's my next student.
So I want to point out a couple things in your story, because I know your story intimately, but I also want to just point out to the viewers is like, one thing that all three of us have in common is like as business owners, before we got into digital, we were always trying to leverage our time anyway. That was if you look at our stories, that was our natural thing. Like, I got more employees so I could take on more clients, so I could try to do less at the top, right? And Angela, you had multiple, like, how many trucks in your fleet at one point? Like, just a whole bunch of how many?
Maybe 6,000.
6,000 vehicles in your fleet. So you go around and power wash like McDonald's, and you had the contracts for Burger King, McDonald's,
I had all the
KFC,
contracts.
and it's like you start listening to the deeper story. It's like, what? And they would go. She had the contracts. She literally go out and sign them and say, okay, you're going to pay me X amount a month, and we'll come out and we'll wash your vehicles each month. So her people would go out and wash the vehicles, and she had the contract for like the post office.
Yeah, I had a postal contract.
That's some serious shit.
On the name drop online, but Comcast.
Yeah, you landed the Comcast account. That's some serious stuff.
Yeah, and then I had the buildings, your KFCs, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, just name them. I had
so the model itself was great, right? But just the fact when it was taken away, and I think we all going to agree, everything happens for a reason, right? And we always try to make rainbow out of muck, right? Especially digital, you got to have that attitude, or you won't make it very far, I think.
Right.
But where was I going with that? And it was so good. Oh well. But
trying to get our time back.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay. And so Miss Angela taught me a phrase, and I just want to remind everybody that not all money is good money. Okay? Not all money is good money. And I want you to really take that home, take that to heart, people. So if you're struggling to be a digital marketer, or if you're not sure if you should, we're always talking about that right now money, because a lot of us are always in the in-between, right? I am like Arthur, Angela, until we're 100% over that hump and we're really far down the success path there, we might be forced to take on clients that we don't necessarily, or just assignments like your day-to-day stuff that you don't necessarily want to do. So it's for me, I found it's this constant struggle between doing what I have to do right now just to get through it. And Angela and I had a joke this morning or yesterday where it's like, we're just passing through on some of our day stuff. Like, we just passing through, we're not stopping. We got to keep that bigger vision, because if you allow yourself to think, oh wait, well, like, what is that they say, Arthur, good enough is the enemy of great or something? As a mindset coach, I know you've got a lot of good enough.
Good. If you're going to be good at something, it's not enough to be great. If you want to be great at something, it's not enough to be you got to be awesome. If you want to be awesome, you got to be, it's only enough to be awesome. But if you want to be excellent at something, you have to exceed excellence just to fall short to be excellent. So, and that's really what that is. And basically what that means is, like, most people want good results, but when you do something that's good enough, 9 out of 10 times, you don't get the results that you want. You get something, you fall short. So if you really want good results, you got to do something great. If you want great results, you got to do something outstanding. If you want to do something, if you want outstanding results, you got to be excellent.
Write that down.
So that's what that is.
Yes. Write that down, everybody.
You got to shoot for the stars.
Yeah.
If you want to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, because it takes the same amount of energy if you're shooting for the stars or you're shooting for the rocks, The same energy you spend it, so you might as well, shoot high, or, but that's the thing. Les Brown got a really nice quote that I always thought was so cool. He said, most people in life, it's not that they aim too high and miss, it's that they aim too low and hit. And that's why,
so good.
That's why so many times, we just get stuck in life, because we actually hit, but we don't hit the place we want to be.
Right. That's
True.
So that's why you always have to have that next level thinking.
Next level, for sure.
It's always got to be next level thinking, because where you are now is definitely.
We got a quick comment from the gallery. Stephanie Allen says, "Great job, Coach Super Cooper."
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna call you Super Cooper from now on. Super Cooper.
That's another digital marketer in her own space. Thank you, Miss Stephanie Allen. She's super amazing coach as well. I think she's authored 2 or 3 books already. Yeah. So, thank you.
Let's see what else. So Arthur and I have a joint venture launching on Monday, and I'm helping Angela with her marketing, and both these guys are helping me with my marketing constantly by allowing me to run tests on the ads and the advertising in the background. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. But I just love talking to you guys and love hanging out, and it's just good to know that we're all rowing in the same direction. And all of our niches are completely different, but I just think but I love that too, because I feel like it's the systems are the same, you know, for pretty much across the industry. It's just how you choose to roll out, you know, Facebook is Facebook, you know what I mean? Or a webinar is a webinar. But you know, Arthur has his webinar and he did last year, and you did live, right?
Yeah, man, webinars. Once you do them, then it's okay. Like, just working your way up to it, it's scary. But
it is,
you know,
so
once you
scary.
you feel like, sorry about my
No,
little big dog back there. But I think all the way up until you help somebody is when you realize how impactful these things are, and how, you know, because you actually change lives, you know, it was, you know, especially right now with the social distancing, right?
right.
The webinars and these lives that we're doing right now, we're still able to reach out and connect and really make a real impact in people's lives, and it's efficient. It works.
Yeah.
So I think it's amazing. But yeah, you gotta everything that you want is on the other side of fear. So you just gotta go through it, fight through the fear,
right?
and just do it.
I'm only laughing because last year I did my first web. I think pretty much last year we were all in the same spectrum. We were all doing our webinars back in February of last year. So, and I know Angela, I know Arthur, you logged in too for mine.
Mm-hmm. Both
of you guys were on my very first webinar that I had done, and I was terrified.
Yeah.
I think I made a purchase on your video.
I think you know you made a purchase on that webinar. Yeah.
Yes. And
yes.
It worked too, guys. Oh, you can bring the puppy out if you want to. But
he's coming down now.
And Angela, we've had Angela's webinar. We have on EverWebinar. It plays in the background, and we're constantly running traffic to it. And we're always getting signups to her webinar. That people watch the course. And then there's an offer to was it $347? Or
well, yeah, now it's on sale actually until the 31st for $247 for you real estate agents that are interested in learning the broker price opinion space. But I want to talk about actually how I got there in digital marketing, you know, because like she was saying, last year we were all at the same place in February, I think, trying to build this webinar. And you know, everybody doesn't work at the same pace. You know, I think one of who was it, Ross or somebody who just actually launched his webinar this year too.
Yeah, he finished one of his
this year.
Yeah.
Did anybody finish theirs last year with me and you?
I did mine. Actually, you, I, and Arthur and Casanova all did ours in the same month.
Oh, we all did ours in the same week.
Yeah.
See? And so, but really, what did it take to get us there? Because for me, honestly, I had to lock myself in my office for like 2 weeks straight. Oh my God. I don't know what I would have done if it would have been for Sunni here, because literally I had, you know, everything in place, and I just really couldn't pull it all together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So really, if it wouldn't have been for Sunni, really just pushing me, because it wasn't that I was afraid. You know, I never had a lot of fear of doing anything. I always like the challenge, and you know me, I'm always just jump out there. You know, I figured the only way to get rid of fear is to just do it. You know, and I was willing to just do it. But, you know, Sunni is the expert here at all of this webinar stuff. So I figured, you know, well, really, I had already done a webinar, but I just didn't know how to, you know, bring it to life. Okay.
Right.
But the webinar that I I really I took a book, actually. I took a book and I broke it down and created the course out of it.
Yep.
And I really just kind of handed it to Sunni and said, this is what you do. I don't do this. All of that stuff she's trying to explain to me. And I'm like, yeah, I hear you, but here, can you just do it? You know what I'm saying? And so she really brought all of my webinar stuff to life. Yeah, I had to be the face of the webinar, but actually, putting the stack together and, making sure you have the 4, whatever that is, in place. I could probably know that better than me. Yeah, I didn't know any of that. I still kind of, don't really know. And so I still let Sunni, bring me back to reality when I, stuff out there and do it. And now I can do a live all day long, right? Y'all already know that. I can just go live just off the whim. But when I'm really trying to put that stuff together, y'all, listen, Online Sales Funnel Academy is a real academy, okay?
Hey, Ron.
Really learn what to do, how to do, when to do it, and how to do it. It's a certain way
Angela,
to do
thank
this
you.
stuff.
I know we had this great timing, Ross. Thanks for coming.
Ross.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
We're just talking about webinars and
another
the
superstar
secret.
joining us now. But so listen to me, all of you people out there in the world that wants to get into digital marketing, literally, seriously, Online Sales Funnel Academy is Miss Sunni's place, is where she do her thing, okay? So
it's my digital baby.
Yeah.
check it out. I'm sure it's gonna be a link in this video.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna link off to everybody.
Online Sales Funnel Academy.
Everybody's
For all
brand
of you
when
who
we're done.
really want to go digital fast. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get everybody up to speed here. So in the beginning, we went around and introduced ourselves. So Ross and Angela, I hope this works out right. Ross and Angela and I were in the same, Ross and I have a joke about that. It's like every digital marketer ever.
Every YouTube thumbnail.
Click here.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So I opened up the call, Ross, by explaining how you guys are my closest friends, my digital marketers. I trust you guys implicitly with your opinions. You guys are my accountability coaches and likewise. And I just enjoy really working with you guys. So thanks for coming out today and spending 5 minutes or however long we got to just step up and say hi. And we'd already asked everybody like their background, but the basic question was, who are you? What do you do? And what got you into digital? Like the high level, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're up. You're up.
Me?
We already did
All
that.
right.
Yeah,
you
we
already
did ours.
went. I know I'm going to have to find out about everyone. Angela, I know you a bit. And Arthur, nice to meet you. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Meeting Arthur?
Really?
have we met before?
Well, we met, but not face to face like this. I've heard a lot about you through
I've heard I've heard a lot about you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if we've ever been face to face, right?
I don't think so. I think you're
were
right.
you at Stevens? Was he at Stevens? I can't remember.
Well,
Were you at
okay, yeah, this is what's funny is that, okay.
Angela
I
already.
get around. Okay, so Angela and Ross and I were at Vince Reed's event a couple of years ago in California, and Ross was the one who did the selfie, and I was in the background.
Right.
We figured that out later. Yeah. So when I met, so the first OfferMind, what I met, Ross came up to me and he says, hey, you're in my community with Vince Reed.
That's right.
And you sat with me on day 1 or 2, but Arthur was behind us.
Oh,
At the
okay.
table right behind us.
Okay, I remember.
And we had a breakout session on day 1, but him and Casanova kept sitting behind us on day 2.
I remember.
So Ross and I sat together, but we still don't really know each other. But so fast forward last year in January, I went to Funnel Hacking Live in Nashville and it bumped into Ross again. And we were like, hey, and then we realized who each other was. And then we were joined at the hip for the
Now we're
rest
friends,
for the rest of the 4 or 5 days. And that led us to decide to go to Offer. We were both in the OfferMind community. So Arthur couldn't make it this year, I guess. So Ross and I made it a point to meet each other in Boise. And we went to OfferMind in October, whenever it was.
Cool. We had a fun time.
Sweet.
And so we palled around Boise and just
Rode those scooters, rode burn.
Yeah, we rode the
Wow.
scooters and did naughty things and all sorts of things. Tore up Boise. We snuck into ClickFunnels.
Oh, we did. We went to
rented
ClickFunnels
a car.
headquarters, and there were no cars in the parking lot. We were like looking through the door and stopping along the side of the road and taking pictures by like we're here, we're at the Mecca, and we're like, how come it's not more of a big deal? Like this is our life, but it's like just a little piece. So I guess, when you're in the digital marketer community, you think it's a whole huge world out there because the billions of people on the internet and what we have to do and all the big names. And then you go to Boise, Idaho, which I basically thought was like network marketing, Mormons, and ClickFunnels pretty much, and now it's like everything. The city was everything. Really fun city too.
Wow.
Yeah. We funnel hacked the actual funnel hacker
about you, Ross.
place. What's it?
Tell us about you.
Yeah.
Okay, Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. I went to college in Los Angeles, so it was very kind of a West Coast kind of feel to me. That was from, graduated in 1996. And I went ahead and came back to Chicago, eventually opened a coffee shop with organic coffees and milk in Chicago, and you could not find that in all the grocery stores here, like only half of them. So that went well until it didn't, so when that business.
The entrepreneurial story.
The entrepreneurial stories. I loved it. I lost my lease on the space, but the business was doing okay. And I was my main employee, let's put it that way. And but the getting into digital marketing was just out of necessity in terms of the kind of person I am, and that probably you guys are too, of wanting to create your own life and getting your message out in a way that gets paid, that gets people's attention, that helps people achieve a certain thing, and helps us achieve the kind of life that we want. I mean, that's actually my main motivation at first. Everybody's saying you have to help others, you have to help others. Well, I learned that, to tell you the truth. Obviously it's good to be a good person and help others, but as you're trying to find your niche and your paycheck, honestly, you want to help yourself, you want to help, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. When you want to be a nurse, of course, you want to have an income, and help others. So, so that's something that had a, kind of settle with me. I work in real estate. Right now, I've been in real estate for about 10 years. I had a network marketing bent to me for about 4.5 years. And I still have passions to build that up, but with digital strategies, not with the typical network marketing model, which, you're with your friends and hitting up everybody you meet within 3 feet. You can't even get within 3 feet now. So I don't even think that model works anymore.
I don't think that model of network marketing is going to work at all.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. I mean, and that's what makes you think about being into digital marketing and something ahead of the curve, because all of us are, you know what I mean? But right now, everybody's home and on Zoom. Like Zoom's business must have
Absolutely.
right? Through the roof. But it really comes from a fact of wanting to control and create our life, and wanting to do things on our own terms. So network marketing, I think the model, by the way, here's a tip, and what my plan is to create a business opportunity with an offer, so that, hey, join me in this, and I'm going to set you up with a business, but not in the typical call your 20 people on your list and everything. You're going to have the funnels, the email follow-up sequences. You're going to have, when people buy products through you, extra offers, your ebooks or your training videos or whatever. But all right, but to real estate. So I went to real estate, and digital marketing that's where my focus is currently, is to help other real estate agents get leads and sales for their own business right now. I've been in the business about 10 years. I understand that you have to be on call and work. In fact, I just came home from an appointment right now, which is no big deal.
We were just talking about
right now money.
We're talking about right now money versus long-term vision.
Yeah. And I like it. It's the people aspect and everything. But, it's like, if I don't work, which my business went to this week because, my showings are way down, and I work in a company where I get paid by performance. It's not the typical commission anymore, which is what I used to do. pardon me, you know, you have to have a way to survive in your business, and that's to get leads, and that's to get sales. And I wasn't doing it because my heart is in marketing. That's where my passion is, to mastermind it all, you know, to orchestrate it, you know, and I like being the agent, but you know what? I want to be 3 weeks vacation and still make money. Right. And unless you've built up a team in real estate and you're at more top level, which you can do, but it's a whole different ballgame. You're trading time for money, which is, I think,
money. And not only that, they control your schedule. And yet, yes, you both, Angela, you and Ross both have a similar kind of gigs where you go do BPOs, and Ross, you go do the showings. But at the end of the day, you know, the check comes from someone else technically, and if you say yes, they control your schedule, and that's what we're all trying to get away from.
Yeah, it's based on the work that's given to you or you create for yourself, and based on the time it takes for you to fulfill that task. And I don't want my time taken like that anymore. And, you know, it comes from back in maybe 7 years ago, I was in the hospital. You know, I had something with my lung. It's called pleurisy, and my lung was being choked out. I don't even know how I got it. I think it was probably being mold is what my guess is. But anyhow, I couldn't work, and I was in real estate. I was having fun. I wasn't really going anywhere high, but I was, you know, making decent money.
Yeah, right.
You know, like most agents are a little bit of a misfit, you know, so, you know, unless you're really professional and good, but let's be real about it, 80% are, you know, we've got a little quirkiness to us. So, you know, I just,
Angela.
yeah, no, you like it because, you know, no one really talks about it. We just want to talk about, like, you know, like what clients have to say. No, let's be real. This is the profession. So, and that's what our mastermind's here for, right? You know, to be real and have fun. But I just didn't want to trade my time for money, you know, anymore. And when I went in the hospital, I couldn't. And, you know, you're an independent contractor, your commissions dry up. If I've never been good at savings anyway, that has nothing to do with marketing. That's just, you know, how people are sometimes. I'd rather spend and be like, oh, I'll make more. But then you got to make more, you know, and yeah, you know, so I just didn't want to be beholden to that. And when I was in the hospital, it made me realize, what am I working for? Thank God I had insurance, which was the first time in like 20 years. I'm going to be for real on that, you know. Wow. And I was really lucky that I finally made that move and got it. And, you know, it was back when healthcare got more accessible, and I decided, I'm like, all right, Ross, get on it, you know, like go buy it. But still, my savings dried up and no new commissions came in. I'm like, F this, I got no company taking care of me. I'm smart, but I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not set up well. And so that's why I went to marketing for, you know, I'm in real estate for now money, and marketing to escape. Yeah. And to help others, you know, do what they want in their career. And look, I've just come upon marketing as the way to do it. I think we're onto something. And I think that's what our clients should be onto as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Because if you're not marketing, you're not making money.
No.
Bottom line, you either gonna be marketing the old-fashioned way, okay, or you're gonna be marketing the digital way. Which one?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I have a question. That reminds me. I have a question for Arthur. So, at what point did you realize, when you were already successful? I believe, right? When you went from behind the chair and you were able to raise your profits, you know, as a business owner, still cutting hair, but, you know, renting out the chairs. But when did you make a shift to when you wanted that next tier for digital? When did you realize that part?
That's a great question, Sunny, because
you were still trading time for money, right?
I was still trading time for money, and that was the problem. I think I hit a wall. I hit a wall because I realized at the first business model of my barbershop, I was just using what they call a booth rental, where people would rent a chair for me. And, you know, so I would build up, you know, new barbers, and I train them and teach them, give them the tools that I had so they can make money. And then I was still making my money, you know. But then when I found out, once I set a cap for what you pay me for booth rent, it wasn't like a commission at the time. It was just a cap. You pay a base fee. And there was a couple of years that went by where, you know, they had started to get so good because I was sharing everything that I knew, you know, for them to get good because I really wanted to see them grow. And then it came a place when I was like, man, I'm teaching them all of this stuff so for them to make more money. And now they can make just as much money as me or more with less overhead because, you know, I still got to pay my mortgage at home, right, and the overhead for the business and any things that happens, like as far as damages or anything that happens. But all they have to do is pay their particular rent for the chair. And like, they can make more money than me if they, you know, work, you know, they actually have to work, but if they work just as hard as me, or not even as hard as me, they can make more, or, you know, right where I'm at. And I thought that was a problem. And I thought, you know, like, there's no reason why, like, I should work this hard. And I own it. And my workers can make just as much as me. I just didn't see any fit in that. So that was my wall. And I figured out I had to find a new way to create additional income without working so hard. So I had an epiphany, had a self-talk. I said, self, how can I make money? How can I make money by, you know, using my brain and not working so hard? And what are some things? And that's when digital marketing came around. And I was like, one of my coaches at the time told me, he said that people will pay you for what you know. And he says, you just need to start sharing what you know. What do people ask you? You know, what are you good at? What do people always ask you all the time? And whatever that is, you package it up and sell it. Yeah. Although I had no idea on how to do that, no. You know, and that's my first step. That was my book. Sunni got my book. That's his book. There.
That looks sweet.
Thank you. I love it.
You can keep me. Sorry.
What does it say? A guide to thriving?
Sorry.
A guide to thrive in your business, in your own business.
Okay. A cutting edge.
So,
I like
that. So, yeah.
Sorry, guys. This is funny. It's hard to read. Anyway, it's for sale on Amazon. Isn't it $19.95?
Yeah, guys.
Yes, $19.95. Yep.
$19.95
on Amazon.
Well,
but and that was the original thing. That's how I got into digital marketing. You know, and here's the thing, it was difficult to write that book, guys. Right now, that was really, really hard for me to get the thoughts in my head onto paper. But once I completed that, the harder, what became even more challenging was marketing and selling it. And that was like, okay, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go out to sell this thing. And I didn't want to do door to door, so to speak, which I had no problem doing, but I was also trying to leverage my time. Right. So that's when I got into digital marketing and, you know, started looking up, you know, come across Russell Brunson's and Steve Larson's and everybody else that teaches. And that's how, you know, of course I ran into you guys, but that's how that started. That's how my journey transitioned to being a digital marketer.
Cool.
So I'll start with Angela. Angela, what was it like when you got your first commission check back in the day online? Do you remember? Do you have an aha moment or a story when anybody here got their first payment online? Or a recent one, it doesn't matter. Like, but the feeling that goes with it.
My first online story.
Anybody?
It was very. The one that was most exciting to me was my first student in the BPO mastery group, the real estate arena. Because I was kicking and fighting and kicking not to do real estate. Okay. I was really seriously trying to get away from real estate, but it never dawned on me to teach real estate. Okay. I mean, like, I'm an expert at this. Like, seriously, I am the go-to person for what I do with all of these companies, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I've been in this space for like my entire real estate career. So it would only make sense for me to teach what I've been doing for 18, 19 years. Why would you not want to teach that when you know it with your eye in your sleep, you're doing it, right? And I was like,
I had that conversation.
I am not teaching that, okay? But when I did decide to teach it, right? My first commission check, I was like, shut up. They gonna pay me?
I think there's always that trepidation, because I know I've had cost conversations with all you guys when we're trying to figure out like, you know, how much should I charge? Then you're always like, is someone going to pay that? Like, I don't know.
Like, yeah, are they going to really pay that?
Right?
You know what I mean?
That's your negative self-worth bringing down the value in your head, because you're like, that's you saying, well, maybe I'm not good enough, or because
Right.
you know, price objections. Ross, you want to take it away? Price objections or
well, I'll tell you, yeah, because you've got people who want things for free. You've got people who want things for cheap. And, you know, like I was talking to, you know, this is from Myron Golden, if you guys know him.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's like, well, there's 4 kinds of people you work with. There's cheapo people who are just don't pay much for anything. There's freeple people who want everything for free. There's feeple who will pay your fee. And then I think that the next one, the last one, is the people you want to work with, you know, who
Yeah,
right.
You know,
Oh,
that's cute. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I have a picture that of me and him, and it says it on his shirt. I'll find out what that 4th one is. But the price, what it was like for me to get my first commission. Now, I've gotten my first check and payment from people who've paid me to deliver services. So creating a funnel or creating a webinar. And how is that? Nice. Obviously, you know, it's like, oh, you've got money, so you'll accept money. But I realized that I love helping people with their message, but I don't necessarily want to be an agency per se, you know, because that comes with its own set of, you know, issues and, you know, things you have to work through. Like, I'd rather create my own offers and be able to help people, you know, at that, and then make money that way, instead of like my main business being, you know, let me take you from here to here, which is cool. And I do want to keep doing that, but just not as my bread and butter, you know, because then you're still on call to people.
Right. And I'll be honest, I told Angela I was jealous of her last week because how many? Angela, there's a number. You sold some courses last week.
Oh, you did?
I sold 4 courses last week, which was
how much?
Huge.
Those were amazing.
Nice.
They run $347 a course.
Great. That's fantastic. $1,500.
Yeah, right.
Sweet.
So,
and what work did you put in last week to sell them?
Well, I did a live, like 2 lives maybe.
Okay. So a couple hours.
Yeah. I don't really market them, so to speak. I just try to help people learn what the broker price opinion space is all about. And so I go live on my page, and it's funny because every time I go live on my page, I got 3 or 4 people that want to join the broker price opinion group, right?
Okay.
So when they join the broker price opinion group, they get the free webinar. And then if they really be truthful to themselves, they really know that they spending 3 or 4 hours doing what I could teach them how to do in less than an hour. Do you really want your time back?
Yeah.
You know? So that's all I feel is getting your time back is about knowing how to do it my way. I have a systematic way of doing this, you know, and systems really do save you time and money.
Yeah. What's your course called, Angela?
BPO Mastery.
Right. I'm just giving it a plug here. I know what it is.
Yeah. BPO Mastery, you guys. You know, if you're trying to make money in real estate without dealing with buyers and sellers all the time, which was what I wanted to do, you know, that's I don't want to.
That's such a good hook, Angela.
Huh?
That is such a good hook. You should.
I don't ever want to have to deal with buyers and sellers all the time. I don't mind dealing with them sometimes, but literally I want to make money without having to deal with buyers and sellers. So I do broker price opinions to the tune of $6,000-$7,000 a month. You know, that's good enough for me for now. You know, it's good right now money, right? So if you're spending more than an hour doing one broker price opinion, that's too long. Come on.
Wow.
We're not, you know, we're not doing
Can I throw in a flash inspiration that I had for your possible next YouTube ad?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, are you a real estate agent who needs and wants to make more money now without actually having to meet up and deal with buyers and sellers? Well, blah, blah, blah. I've got the way for you to do it. And something that would take you 5 hours of time, it takes me 10 minutes and I could teach you.
Absolutely. 24.
Oh, wow.
I posted that last night. 24 minutes, I think 5 something in 8 seconds. I'm done.
Nice.
You know, and 80,
Wow.
you know, however much,
Wow.
however much they pay.
Cool headline right there. Boom, boom, boom. I'm done.
I don't think it's anything wrong with making, you know, 80 to 100 bucks an hour.
No, I don't
In
see it.
20 minutes.
Right there. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
but that's a really good hook, Angela, for right now. Talk about being timely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I were like, if I were an agent wanting to do broker price opinions or just wanting to make money right now, I would listen to that.
Oh,
I would
absolutely.
opt in.
Definitely.
By the way, I just want to say I'm really proud of everybody on this call because we have all followed the sacred script and we've all launched YouTube ads. So give yourself a huge round of applause. You all did great.
That's good.
And I want to say something publicly as well, to each and every one of you. All 3 of the people you see here, including the 4th one, myself, you know, has been very much an inspiration to me because I've watched Ross's video. You do have a ad that I watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I do.
Cool.
And I've watched Arthur here, you know, love it. You know, I started my very first business was doing what Arthur does. You know, it was in the space of doing hair, you know, hair for you. Yeah. Okay. Right. It's funny. Oh my goodness. So she drops me a line every day. So I'm inspired by each and every one of you. I think all of you, you know, are just super amazing.
Oh,
in this space.
thanks. Thank you.
Oh, shucks. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not ready to trade y'all yet. I wouldn't trade y'all for nothing except a couple million. No.
Everything's got its price.
Right.
Guys, for everybody who's coming on into, thank you for those kind words, by the way, Angela. So it looks like we got a couple people still on the call here. if anybody has any questions for anybody, please drop a comment over in the chat. Let us know where you're coming in from. Let us know if you have any questions for any of us. Talking about webinars, ads, Facebook, Instagram, hashtags, leveraging time for money from one to many. That's what I'm passionate about, getting from one to many for sure.
Absolutely.
We all
I do have a question. Are all 4 of us also network marketers? I know I'm a network marketer.
I know Arthur's on the
Arthur, you're a network marketer?
Arthur.
I'm not no more. I have been for some
hold.
time, but I don't have any right now. No.
It's on
You know
hold.
what?
On the
But
hot
I use the network marketing formula though, you know, for my business.
Yep.
So I mean, 'cause I've done so many of them, and I was actually really good at it. I just told myself that I wanted to utilize the model and see if I can use that model, you know, with my digital marketing and my business, because I believe in the system. It definitely works.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Not right
I was
now.
just curious if all of us were also network marketers, because I think sometimes network marketers think that, you know, that's the only thing in life that they can do, you know, while they're network marketing. But
Well, you know what though, Angela, and it's from back to Sunny's question when she originally asked, "What's your story? How'd you get into digital marketing?" I went from real estate leasing agent to being burnt out and in the hospital to network marketing because I wanted to get that paycheck when I wasn't, you know, set something up, and then when I wasn't working, I'd still be getting paid.
right.
But that happened. So to actually answer Sunny's question is that I wanted in network marketing, you want to get your story out and you want to tell people your why, and you have to do presentations over and over again. The thing is, I wasn't that great in person at objection handling. I'd get thrown, or I'd get into these conversations, or I'd feel like somebody was just arguing with me and it didn't make sense. And you know, you can tell the vibe is all wrong. I'm like, no, this is an opportunity in a business, and
Yes.
this, but their agenda was something else. And I just got so tired of it. I got sick and tired of it. I got hurt, honestly, personally, by sometimes you go to people that you would reach out to, be like, hey, listen, I want to talk to you. It's about business, about friendship, it's about everything. Is that cool? But people like still got mad at you, and
You lost a lot of friends.
Yeah, I did. And relationships changed. And at the beginning, a lot of it was me, because of being pushy, no, you got to listen, like, it's better. Like, you're complaining about your life. I'm giving you an alternative. You ain't doing nothing about it, but which is real, but that's not the kindest way to go about things. So I just got hurt by doing it in person all the time, and I was done. I was over it, and I didn't reach the level of success that I wanted to, financially, to make it worth it. You know what I mean? Like, it hurts, but like I wasn't there. So the way I got into it was Russell found me, Russell Brunson, his ads, ClickFunnels. I started opting into everything, every webinar, every page. I mean, I have on my computer, my hard drive, I probably have, like 350 opt-ins of, webinars.
I do too.
Everything. And I'm figuring out this is how he tells his story from page to page.
Yeah.
And I could handle objections, but not live. And if people didn't like me, I'll never know. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm taking the time to, not go to my other job and to go to meet them for coffee and then not getting a result or something, or just whatever it was, but to get my story out automated in a way at scale digitally. And so that's how I got into it. It was the gateway, profession drug of network marketing, maybe the gateway into digital, online marketing. But it's to get your story across. And it was without feeling all the pains, because I had good things to say. I just think people didn't really give it the right, level of, like, at least even if they don't want it or agree with it, respect, that I felt, was in me and deserved. And I just wasn't seeing it on a moment to moment basis. And I wanted that. Yeah.
So I had something else I want to talk about really quick. So when so Ross and Arthur and I were at OfferMind #1, we watched Stephen make a pitch from stage on day 2. I think it wasn't it 12,000 each or 8,000 each? You guys remember?
The first OfferMind. Yeah. 12 grand, I think it was.
Yeah, we watched him pitch a $12,000 offer from stage. So to understand what's going on here is that this person, Steve Larson, who was the number 2 to Russell Brunson, and built all of his funnels out, who didn't know anything hardly about digital marketing when he got into it, had built up his community. He held a live event, and then he pitched an offer from stage for like 12,000 each, and he closed like half the room, right? And we watched, and our belief was and then Ross and I were sitting at OfferMind #2. So in the meantime, Stephen continued to use social media to go live, to build his tribe, to build his community. Ross, and like, I feel like we had a magical experience together, because it was like seeing a unicorn or something. We were sitting at OfferMind #2. Stephen made a second pitch from stage. And this is documented. It's on his channel as well. It was $25,000. And we watched him close about 350 people.
Yeah, great offer too.
He did 2.5. And I was, Ross, do you remember? I was literally grabbing your arm. I was like, Ross, we should be doing this.
Wow.
Hold on, 25,000 times how many people did we see take him up? About 300?
It was a little over 600 in the room, and he closed over 50% of the room, I'm pretty sure, was the final number. Because he said,
let's say 350.
He did 2.5.
I mean, this may not be the real number, but can you read that?
Yeah.
8,750,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people paid in full. We've got a couple. We have a friend that we know from there. I mean, he got up and paid in full. He's got $1 million client a year, and he makes a lot of money in the stock market. And he's in Russell's inner circle, and he's just like, yeah, go throw my card. And I'm like, I want to be that guy someday.
Yeah. But that's a lesson. Yeah, because his 25,000 is more of a done for you, done with you, and done for you, or done with you and done for you service. There's do it yourself, done with you, and done for you.
Right.
And for everybody out there, is the do it yourself is the less expensive option, for those who, maybe money challenge and want it, or just want to learn. and then done with you is medium, done for you is more expensive. But there's a lot of people that I know that I've learned that just want to pay, and they feel that what you have to offer is going to get them to where they want to be, and you're giving them the resources to do it. And as long as you provide the value during your offer of what you're giving them, you could charge more.
Right.
And his offer was awesome. In fact, I have the book somewhere. Just last night, I'm going through my papers, and I have his Offermind book about what's in it. And it's cool. It's really cool. He'll get you from A to B.
And the other reason I brought that story up, because it's about belief, right? Like if I hadn't have actually seen that happen, you know, yeah, I hear it happening, but like to have it done in front of you, it sets a whole new level of belief. So if you're a digital marketer and you're just getting started and you're not sure if you can be successful, I want you to borrow my story as your own, and you clamp down on that and know that there are people making a lot of money on recurring in different ways, that it's, you know, like Vince Reed always says, you know, I could go make $1 million a month and somebody up above me would be, oh, that's cute. Look at that little $1 million a month you're making, right? Isn't that cute? It's so cute, that little $1 million.
I want to be cute.
Little shout out to Vince there, because he's always saying that kind of stuff.
Well, there's two things you can believe though. You can always believe you can, or you can believe you can't. Either way is right.
Either way, you're right. Right.
Exactly. So I think I'm gonna believe that I can.
That's a good belief.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. Is anyone having this a question for everyone here? Is anyone having a moment? This is the moment I'm in where I feel like I know so much, but I feel like there's just a little hump to get over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To really, you know, bring it in, to rake it in, because we know a lot. Like the 4 collective brains, and that's like what Sunni put out to everybody. Ask questions. We know a lot. We could give some advice and everything, but you know, if it were easy, everyone would be doing it in any moment. You know, it's taken us a long time. You listen to successful people, and they failed so many times. You know, so right now I'm at a place where there's just like inner motivation, inner inspiration of a hump to get over. Like, let's see it. Is anyone else there at the level, or is it you in a different, you know, mind space?
I'm with you on that one, Ross. I mean, one of my, so I have a couple $1 million coaches that I talk to on a regular basis. And you know, one of the things that he shared with me last week was, he told me that there right now in my life, and what I know, like you said, there's no reason why I shouldn't be making multiple $1 million a month, is what he told me. And I was like, man, how do you say that? Like, cause you know, and like, you know, Angela said, either you think you can or you think you can't. And it was just like, with the information that you know, the knowledge that you have, you know more than a great percentage of the people in the world. And I'm just like, wow, that's I'm honored, right? But he said, there's this thing called the unknown unknowns. And he said, it goes like this. There's things in life that you know that you know. There's things that you don't know that you don't know. And there's things that you don't know that you know that you know that you don't know. And there's things that you don't know that you know that you don't know that you know. Boom, right?
That just happened.
Wait, and let me add to that.
So,
and out of the don't knows, whatever you do, don't get possibility blind.
But what that means is basically, there's some things that you know that you don't know. And those things that you don't know that you know are the things that you're not doing that's keeping you from where you want to be.
Absolutely.
Say that last part again. Because I don't know.
Yeah. There's some things that you don't know that you know.
You don't know.
And those things that you don't know that you know is what's keeping you from getting where you want to be. So, like you said, that place is like, man, why I'm not there? It's because you're not doing the things that you don't know that you should be doing. It's a tongue twister and makes your brain blow, but it's simple. It's really simple. You already know it. You already have it. You just got to do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like, break it down.
Yeah.
And it's that belief level.
Yeah.
Right? You know them, right? But like you say, you know, you're trying to tell yourself, sometimes you have to stop talking to yourself, because you're telling yourself that you don't know what you really do know. And you're not doing it because you think that you don't know.
Right. Right. But you really do. And all you got to do is do the simple things.
Do the do.
Do the do. Okay, I don't know if this person's still on. We have a very, very active person over in the chat. Her name is Stacy Rossman. I just want to see if she's still on. I'm going to drop a comment over here and see if we can get her onto the Zoom call. She was really super active in the chat. So we're like big time. Let's see. But in the meantime, we'll see if we can get her to come on. In the meantime, we'll just hang for a second. And she looks like she was asking all of us questions.
I see someone, Stephanie Allen. Great job, all of you. Great platform. I've learned a lot of wisdom without waiting. Thank you. Thank you for that, Stephanie. Say hi if you're on.
I forgot that there was a chat roll over on the YouTube channel.
Ooh.
It's okay. She says, I'm on your Facebook page. Well, let me send you a message. It says tomorrow. Okay, Stacy. I don't know. I dropped the Zoom link down below. I'm not sure if she can get it. But we'll have to make it up to her if we can't, because she's been super active on my channel.
What was that question?
Oh, it's really long.
We can answer it. If
No, I mean, like, it's a whole, she dropped about 50 comments over there. She was commenting in real time. She said, there's so many things on right now that's so important. I keep jumping around from my computer to my iPad to my phone. There's just excellent programs on right now. Much gratitude. So that's a good point, right? Like who do you follow? Choosing who to follow and why, I think is a, oh, she wished me happy birthday. Cool. Let's see. She wants to start doing YouTube. How's everybody's YouTube channel coming? I have to ask because I passed Arthur. We were having a contest and I finally passed him on subscribers.
Yeah, she got me.
How many? Tell us.
I'm up to 135. He was at 108.
Yeah.
Okay, congrats. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations to both of you for passing me.
Well, I know it's hard to beat Angela because here's the thing, Angela's channel's been up for a lot longer. Probably. What about you, Ross? What do you have? Anything?
Well, my channel, I did 2 recent videos about things you could do to protect yourself in the age of Corona.
Okay.
And that's the first time I touched my YouTube channel in probably a year because I just haven't wanted to, lazy, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I've decided that with my new focus on real estate, because I have my Ross Cherry channel, which was about digital marketing and just random beginner horrible, things and everything. But I want to start a real estate channel to be much more focused in terms of lead generation for my real estate doings, which, by the way, Arthur and Angela, I don't know if you know, I don't think you do. I was listening to Dan Henry the other night. I bought, it's official, getrealestateclients.com.
Nice.
Oh, you bought it?
Yep.
Oh,
$8.
Very nice.
I like
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Dude, what a good URL, right?
Yeah, good job.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you. But all right, so here's the deal. I want to do a new YouTube channel, just fresh, doing targeted videos in terms of what people are searching for, my target audience, real estate agents who want to do online marketing. I was trying to think of what to name my YouTube channel because I want to start fresh, clean slate, focused and targeted. And I was thinking about going the direction because in my Keller Williams training, it was always like, don't be a secret agent, let people know you're an agent. I work with Redfin now, by the way, but something about like the secret agent or the secret real estate agent's YouTube channel. I don't know. Any thoughts?
Pretty sweet.
You like that?
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Then I could have based on the One Funnel Away challenge, secret agent man, shadow thing,
yeah.
Something like that. Good, bad, don't do that. Any advice?
The secret agent man music in the background.
So that's my idea. So that's on a channel I want to build up. So, but
cool.
Congrats to you guys. This is on your YouTube channel right now, right, Sunny?
Yeah, it's streaming live.
Okay.
I know, right?
Sweet.
Yeah, it's streaming. Permanent access. I'll be sure to put everybody's information down below. So the whole reason I called this the Roundup Ross is because we're digital marketers and we're hard to catch, all of us. And as you all know, I am going to have each one of you independently on my channel. But since I had a really good excuse today to get y'all on at once, and I just called it a Roundup, and even Miss Angela, and I said, how I text each one of you and I said, you know, this is what I think is so funny about us as digital marketers. And I said, do you think we could spare a few minutes? And each one of you said, I don't know. How much time do you think it's going to take out of my day? All y'all.
And backdoor it with and make sure it's quick, Sunny.
What time?
Right.
I know, like, I ain't got that kind of time, as Ms. Angela would say. Oh yeah, but you guys, I'm so blessed to have friends like you guys. Thank you. I think we should probably wrap it up. That being said, it's been an hour and 15. So I want to thank all you guys for being here. Anybody have any final closing thoughts before?
Happy birthday, first and foremost.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
And
to you.
40 something, you know, whatever.
yeah,
Eh.
40 something young. So that's all good.
That's right.
Me too. I'm 40 and holding.
Nice. Nice.
Is that the holding? Or
Yeah. I'm 40
he
and
was a sports broadcaster.
But for real, how about shout out to Sunny from all of us, and because we all know what she does and gives to every one of us. I'm sure it is, you know, if it's half the same as what she gives to me, she gives a lot. So thank you and a big shout out.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Sunny.
And I want to
Thanks,
super
you
shout out to
guys.
Sunny,
And
guys.
just FYI, Ross, you know, no, it's not half what she gives to you that she gives to me. She gives to me 100 and a half.
Ooh.
Oh,
Just messing with him.
oh.
I'm messing
You
with
cannot
Ross.
be her. I'm telling you.
Don't matter.
Don't even try.
Wait.
Sunny is good to all of us, you guys,
She is.
all the listeners out there. I promise you, she treats us all equally. You know what I mean?
Invested in her
I
success.
just had to mess with Ross because sometimes I get jealous because she's always like, I'm with Ross.
Ross.
I'm with Ross.
And then I'm like,
Ross.
Angela.
I'm like, dang, can anybody get some time besides Ross?
I talk a lot. I
I know. And so I just gotta say this, like Angela and I, our normal calls can go anywhere to like 1 to 2. But when Ross and I haven't talked in a couple days, we're like 3, 4, 5. And so we have to be careful because we will just
Look at Ross.
like, what do
Wow.
we even
Look at
talk
Ross.
about?
Like,
And then Arthur,
hey, can you
when
hurry
we
up
get
and get
going-
talking to Ross? No.
yeah, and sometimes I'll be like talking to Ross, can't talk right now.
Right.
And then other times when I get on the phone with Arthur, we'll do like, especially if we're doing his funnel stuff, we're like I texted you last week, Angela's like, can't right now, I'm with Arthur. Yeah, like,
Like, dang, what is it with the guys, man?
Right.
I'm feeling
Sorry,
some
boo.
kind of way.
Hey. That's so funny.
Yeah.
But you know what, guys? I think if anything, you know, just giving Sunny a shout out because she is the common trait, you know, between all four of us. And you know, just God bless you, Sunny, because you know you got a heart of gold and you really want to see people win. And I just want to recommend anybody that want to, you know, get their message out of turn their mess into their message. You're the person, you know. So online
thank
sales
you.
funnel,
Thanks, guys.
Facebook ads, any type of digital marketing. I think online sales funnel is going to be a massive blow up in these next 6 months to a year. Okay, I think you're going to be overflowed. You're going to need to hire some people to help you.
I want to be hired
I know.
first.
You want the right now money?
I'm just going to speak that into existence because I know it's happening. You know, I'm proof, and we're proof that you know what you're doing, and we believe in you as well. So keep doing it.
Oh, thank you, guys.
And just for the record, guys, for those of you out there listening, I think each one of us is really in profit mode because of Sunny, right? I know I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Yeah.
I'm developing a whole new program because of her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just want to say, hey, Ross, how long did we spend building your webinar?
Which one?
A year.
Right.
Now I can knock them out.
I know, but that was like just a high level. I spent literally about a year with Ross's working on his thing and on and off. What was so painful is we started with Arthur and then we stopped for whatever. Arthur has his own reasons, but like we got it done and then we stopped and then it's been like a year, but now it's time. Now it's time to run hard and turn on the YouTube ads, which you did really great, by the way. I'm loving everybody on the scripts. That was awesome.
It feels good and it becomes natural, like when you know the formula behind it.
Yes.
You know? So I was like, hello, you know, get your attention, do something, you know, and then.
Yeah.
I'm
Arthur
so
did,
proud
I think
of
out of
y'all.
everybody, Arthur did his the most recently. It was like last week, right? On yours, Arthur?
Yeah.
In how many takes did that take you at your shop? Because I know you went back and did some retakes, right?
I did a lot of takes because, you know, like I did one for my book funnel and I probably did about 30 takes, to be honest. And then, you know, each one of those takes, and I finally got the perfect one. You know, it would be so good. And then I get to the end and I'm like, oh, I forgot to say that. Or, oh, I forgot to do that. And then I got the perfect one and I didn't have my book in the pitch in the video at all. So I'm like,
I know, you kept
Fix it in post.
yeah. So I had to do a couple more just to kind of, by that time, I almost memorized the script. So
yes, those
I doesn't have the book in it. So, but I mean, after that, you know, by that last time, it almost just felt natural. So.
You know, one point I want to bring up, Sunny, is that for anybody watching now, if you do have something, whatever your thing is, you know, whatever your profession, could be dentistry, it could be real estate, it could be plumber, it could be, you know, marketer, like whatever is your thing. And into what you're looking at now, the four of us, I think you're looking at a group of people whose heads are full of some good knowledge, but yet we're not at the levels of success, you know, some very expensive marketers are, some more well-known where it's hard to get in. So, you know, we're, you know, some steps ahead of you, but we could bring you along and very accessible in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so that's, you know, if it's everybody needs somebody, right, to help them out, at least it could go faster that way, I should say.
Yeah.
So if anybody really has something they want to get started with beginner knowledge, or, you know, maybe a little more beginner knowledge, and to get going further, or even we know enough, especially Sunny here, you know, to go advanced, you know. So if you're in a spot where you want to get something going, reach out to Sunny, any one of us, maybe, you know, if we could help you out.
Absolutely. That was the other reason that I wanted to go live today was, and Ross, you and I had this experience where we shared a client. It, you know, maybe the client like wasn't the best fit for me, but I passed the person to Ross, and it worked out, right? Like
helped her out.
It was a good fit for you, and that's okay, because there's lots of personality types and different business types that work with different people. And, you know, I want to put everybody's information down below in this description afterwards so people can find you. And Angela, are you doing coaching?
Yes, ma'am.
Like you have a link on your Instagram, right?
I do have a link on Instagram for everything that I do, angelacooper.com/links.
Okay, so they can, but I'm trying to get you to say for $75, they can rent an hour of your time. That's what I'm trying to get you to say.
Is that what you
No, but can't somebody purchase an hour of your time, right? If they wanted to for consultation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ross, do you have?
Yeah, I'm willing. I'll get to the point where we're paid, you know, but, you know, if you want to talk, you know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes for free, you know, just see if there's something I could help you with, you know, in my specialties. If not, I would refer you out to Angela or Sunny or Arthur, or, you know, like, you know, whoever. But yeah, sure. Best thing to do, send me a Facebook message, or, you know, last name.
We'll drop a link in the description.
Yeah, put the link.
That's it.
Or reach out to Sunny and she'll direct it. You know.
We got a nice comment from Catherine Turner. She says, "You guys are so inspiring. Thank you." Catherine, thank you so much for your kind words. There's been a lot of, you know, ups and downs, and we're still on our way. But that's, again, we're our message is don't give up, right? Because it is worth the climb for sure, in my opinion. Arthur, did you want to say, like?
Yeah.
So are you specifically for just the barbers? And
no. I mean, because, you know, being a barber, especially right now in the time of, you know, what we got going on with the COVID-19, one of the things that I've been able to do, and I've learned from my customers and my clients that's been reaching out to me, that one of my mantras I say is that I'm more than a barber. You know, because although I cut and style and hair and I do all those things, but really what people come to me for is not for my haircut. They come to me for the confidence that I instill in them. You know, the coaching, the shoulder to cry on, to listen, to inspire, to help, to put them in a place that, that can help them win. And really, that's what allowed me to extend my coaching to people, and so now I offer coaching. I offer coaching, with social media coaching and just life coaching, so to speak. So if anybody's trying to get like your dream out of your head, whether it's writing a book, whether it's getting on social media, or just getting your message out, that's what I do. I do that with my customers and clients all day long, and just help people build their own business, that's in their head that they can't get to real life. So that's what I would be able to do. And that's what I will offer. And if you want to just do like a free coaching call for maybe like 20 minutes or so, just to kind of see if I'm a fit, amazing. If not, I would definitely reference you to someone that I would think would be great for you. Like I'm sure one of you guys is for sure, so that would be what I would offer. Oh, and just a shameless plug.
Absolutely.
Sunni and I have a course that we created together, a social media course. Basically, so Sunni, you could probably talk a little bit more about it, on how you can, build your business and put yourself in front of your competitors for a little bit of nothing and actually crush your competition. So I'll let her talk a little bit more about that.
Before the other two flip out, because I have businesses with the other two as well, so don't get jealous.
Please.
Oh no, but what I wanted to say was, could you also put, so the link to the course, okay,
Yep.
I'd like to know that. But I also want to like to know the link to his book. How can we buy the book? Can you leave that in the comments as well?
Do you remember our domain? No, I'll drop it in the description down below, but it was, we had a trouble with the domain last week, didn't we? Arthur.
We got it.
But we got to figure it out. But someone,
there's something in the chat. Can you see that?
Stephanie Allen says, I'm so proud of Angela. She's so deserving of a life that has to offer her, and she has a heart of gold. Aw.
And Angela, you got fans.
That's one from Dolores.
That's awesome.
Let me read it so you don't have to plug yourself. All right.
Oh, I was just.
No. This is because it's nice. Hi, Angela. The rest of the panel. I want to give a shout out to Angela. She has been an amazing friend over the years. Dr. Dolores L. Nelson.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Wow.
Group. She got fans.
Cool.
That's all right.
Very nice.
Okay. So it looks like there's a difference between Q&A and chat. Looks like there are two different streams here. But what I was going to say is, like, Ross and I are working on a partner program together. We've been working on something where it's still being molded. Angela and I have talked about when she gets hers up and running, we're going to partner. But Arthur and I we're launching his particular thing Monday, actually. So if you're a barbershop owner or a salon owner, so this has to do with his coaching program. So we built a funnel. So he's got a free plus shipping offer for his book. And then the next thing that we offer up is the course, right? The course with another OTO one-time offer of, help me, Inner Circle. Your
Inner Circle, yes. We have Inner Circle. Inner Circle, yeah.
Hey, Arthur.
Oh, look at that.
I'm trying to remember what we're selling, but what was so funny is, like, this piece that I'm bringing, because Arthur already has this architecture of his business in place that he's going to be able to teach. But what we were going to do is tack on some of my knowledge with running paid ads as a bonus for them coming onto the course. And we weren't going to roll it out for another maybe 6 months, but all of a sudden this week, Arthur, you guys got the notification, right, that you can no longer cut hair, right? You guys were basically everybody in the nation's unemployed.
Yeah.
So I called Arthur and I said, hey, maybe we should, flip this.
Speed it up.
Put this part first, and then use it as a way to upsell people into your course.
Absolutely.
So we decided to launch a 4-week program for people who are in your barbering and hair salon community. And we're doing a 4-week beta course. It's $97. And I'm going to be going live every Monday. Oh, Arthur and I are going live every Monday. And we're going to teach week 1, we're going to teach, the overarching idea of social media, getting connected, what does it mean kind of thing, getting dialed in, who's your ideal customer. Week 2, we're going to help them with their Facebook, 3 is Instagram, and week 4 is email marketing. So the idea is that the people who physically own the barbershops and the salons, they have that email list in their database, in their point of sale, just sitting there, and they're probably not using it. So at the end of, and throughout this, we're going to take the email list, we're going to show them how to extract it and upload it into Facebook, create custom audiences, and run ads to their existing customers. And hold on, let's listen to my parents sing to me happy birthday. Hello.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sunny. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Thanks, guys. I love you.
I love it. Aw.
I am live, and you just went live all over YouTube. So thank you.
We love you. Talk to you later.
Okay, love you. Bye. They called earlier. I didn't answer because I knew they were going to sing to me, but we got it on tape. Yay. They do it every year, so we do it to each other. So, my dad's like, "Are you doing a video?" Yes, Father. Okay, we got someone new in the chat. Okay. Hi, Angela, and the rest of the panel. I just want to give a shout out to Angela. She's been an amazing friend. Oh, that's when. Okay, Dolores. My apology. I just realized I've been posting my comments in the Q&A section. Okay, Ross, you're good. All good.
We're on top of it, Sunny.
Sorry, there's like
We gotcha.
3 streams here. I feel bad for the person, Stacy, over on YouTube though, because she posted a whole lot. Well, anyway, we can catch up with her. So yeah, so what do you guys think? Like, that's the idea behind, helping his barber clients get more customers, and because they're going to be doing local ads. So we're going to teach them how to use geographic targeting in Facebook and Instagram to get in front of, new clients and sell physical product while they're out of, hopefully they've got product in their store that they're going to be able to move. And then Arthur's got a lot of really great ideas from being an in-store owner about how to make that percentage off sale or that coupon code to get people motivated to, buy the physical product. Right? Or you had some really good ideas about how to get them into action.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it, Sunny, is that I think it's amazing for the barber hair community, but to be honest, Ross and Angela, I mean, I'm sure they it can be catered to their industry as well. So
I was going to ask that, but I was trying to wait.
Yeah.
Don't be jealous, girl. Don't be jealous.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about it. So yeah.
Don't debate,
My question-
participate.
Right.
My question was going to be for the audience too, as well. So anybody can take this course, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
It's not just for barbers or hairstylists.
It's not. That's just a really big audience that I personally have right now. I'm a thought leader in that industry, and they're looking at me like, hey, Arthur, what are you going to do during this COVID-19 thing in your business?
Yeah, okay, I get it.
So they said if you really want a new business, you got to learn. The bigger the business you want is the bigger the problem you solve. So that was one of the bigger problems right now.
Nice.
So the business is all about solving problems.
Yeah. Perfect.
And we got sales in his funnel. People signed up.
Yeah, they signed up.
Yep. So that's awesome.
That's awesome.
So more to come on that. So hopefully a month from now, if you guys like this format, maybe we can catch up once a month or something, right?
Yeah.
Just throw it all out there.
Yeah, this is fun. This is good. It's really nice, actually. The energy
I enjoyed it.
is good. Yeah.
Or we could always wait till the next person's birthday.
Right? I think it's Ross.
That's this month, actually. So,
I think Ross is April.
Yeah. I'm going backwards, actually. I'm getting younger.
You.
Ross, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm staying with Ross.
Hop on. Sweet. But this is fun, actually. I like it.
Nice. Well, cool. Does anybody have anything else they want to add before we close out? Because, I got to go start my day because I got other stuff, other commitments, as I know you guys all do.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm all good.
I'm good. It's been fun.
Yes.
Buddy?
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I just
Wonderful.
got to give a quick shout out. Did you guys see my Master Ken video?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Darren paid Master Ken to do a live happy birthday to me.
Really?
How cool. cool is that?
That's super sweet.
It's cool.
Because he's a client and a
The
friend,
rest
so
of
it was
your
extra
birthday,
fun.
dear.
Huh?
I say enjoy the rest of your birthday.
I will. Darren's, I think he's gonna go fire up the Traeger, which, as you know, is our little baby grill, and he's gonna fire up some steaks. So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Nice.
Enjoy.
All right, you guys. Well, cool. Thank you for humoring me and checking in. And I've had a ton of fun. And text me all the links and stuff you guys want me to put in the description, and I'll put them in ASAP.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
All
We'll
right.
talk for
Bye,
more
guys.
hours later.
Yeah.
Guys,
All right.
It was
Bye,
good.
guys.
Everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.